I think he deserves to be lifted up, and I feel him calling me to lift the veil. And that's what I intend to do.
High honors at Morehouse College, the celebrated historically black institution in Atlanta, Georgia, unveiled a portrait of Joseph Smith, Jr., the first president and prophet of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, in the campus's Martin Luther King Jr. International Chapel.
A lot of us are looking forward to this. These are really critical events for us that we don't take for granted.
In 1844, Joseph Smith ran for President of the United States. His candidacy was a long shot, but provided him a national platform to advocate for issues important to him and to the early church that still stand up today.
Within his very first paragraph is the abolition of slavery. That slavery was a stain upon the nation. It was inhumane. It needed to stop.
Joseph Smith's plan to abolish slavery stands among the most morally ambitious proposals. Though never realized, it endures as a prophetic witness to what America might have been.
He said that the federal government should purchase the freedom of every enslaved man, woman, and child, and in one fell swoop, end slavery.
Think of the implications. If he had won, look at all of the lives that would have been saved that were lost in the Civil War.
Descendants of the Smith family who sponsored the commission were there to witness the honor.
The fact that Morehouse College wanted to and was excited about having a portrait of the prophet is really meaningful to us.
A Southern States native, artist Connie Lynn Reilly, says she received divine inspiration while creating the painting.
What I wanted to achieve was a strong look, a gentle look, and a spiritual look. I actually changed his face about 8 times, and I finally arrived at it, and he was looking at me, and I said, yes, that's him.
The church enjoys a warm relationship with Morehouse College and Dean Carter, notably in 2 major events.
Russell Marion Nelson Sr., MD, PhD.
In 2023, the late President Russell M. Nelson received the inaugural Gandhi King Mandela Peace Prize from Morehouse College, recognizing his extraordinary efforts in peacemaking and bridge building across all races and religions.
May we, as sons and daughters of God, as eternal brothers and sisters, do all within our power to build up each other, learn from each other, and demonstrate respect for all of God's children.
In 2024, the Tabernacle Choir and Orchestra at Temple Square joined the Morehouse and Spelman College Glee Clubs for a special concert that further deepened the bond between the 2 organizations. And now another meaningful milestone. The young prophet's portrait joins other celebrated historic figures who envisioned and yearned for a future of racial equality.
It made sense to me that Morehouse College would choose Joseph Smith because those are some of the principles that he stood for, not only teaching the gospel principles, but also some things that he advocated for when he ran for president.
The prophet's likeness will now join some 300 other distinguished portraits in the hallowed halls of the Martin Luther King Jr. International Chapel.
He fought for peace. He was against slavery. So the fact that that is recognized in a historically black college and town means a lot to us as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
What this will do is open the door of education about Joseph Smith.
I think fittingly is going to fit in between President Nelson and Abraham Lincoln. That is a great place of honor. I think on the other side of the veil, there's a lot of smiles tonight.